The watchdog for the U.S. Postal Service is drawing attention to some potential issues as the Postal Service tries to process more mail-in ballots, but one official is pushing back against one of the watchdog's big recommendations to alleviate those concerns. Austin Kim joins me for more on this. Austin, what is the dispute?
Well, the Office of the Inspector General suggests the Postal Service create a product that's totally dedicated to processing election mail. They said it's going to go a long way in smoothing some of these issues out. But the executive vice president of the USPS says he disagrees with that recommendation, saying the responsibility should actually fall on election officials. We go back to that Watchdog report now. The Watchdog studied the primary and special elections in May and June. It reviewed processing and distribution centers around the country, and it found 1.6 million pieces of mail were not delivered on time. The report also calls for cooperation between state officials as well as the Postal Service. More on some of the trouble spots that the Watchdog report found. They found that some ballots are not being mailed or without the necessary barcodes. It also found that the ballot mail design flaws are leading to improper processing. The mail isn't being sent well ahead of time. Postmark requirements for ballots are also an issue, and addresses are also out of date. So those are some of the issues laid out in that Watchdog report. But Postmaster General Louis DeJoy actually told lawmakers that election mail is actually going to be prioritized over some first-class mail. But one thing that this report did not look at was some of DeJoy's cost-cutting measures at USPS. And some of those measures, according to DeJoy, will not be implemented until after the November 3rd election. But there is still concern from U.S. Postal Service workers about some of these measures, and that includes overtime.
They can't do their work because they're limiting the amount of hours that these workers need in order to safely deliver and reliably in an efficient way deliver the mail to people throughout the country, whether they be in cities, whether they be in towns, or whether they be in more rural areas.
So, Lauren, even though the Watchdog did not look at the cost-cutting measures and the impact in this report, the Office of the Inspector General said that it will look into those proposed cost-cutting measures in a later report.
Okay, Newsy's Austin Kim, thank you.